dancer, Sheila McCarthy, was set to do this introduction and to present the award, but she is on set today. But that did not stop Sheila McCarthy. No, she sent us this video message.
I was 5 years old and very shy. I remember being herded into a very big mirrored dance studio with the other little kids. Baggy tights, black leotard a size too big, pixie hair scraped back with a headband, and on my feet black, not pretty pink like I had begged my mother for, ballet shoes also at least a size too big. You'll grow into them, Sheila. I'm not getting shoes that fit you because you're growing too fast. Sigh. Big floppy black ballet shoes with thick elastic holding them on. I was terrified walking into that ballet room. I held onto the ballet bar for dear life, quaking. And then I heard her voice. That light, bubbly, beautiful, sweet voice that I would come to know and love for years. Blanche Lund, our ballet teacher. She swept in. No, she floated in, wearing black capri pants and a perfect white blouse with her perfect pink ballet shoes and little white socks. Her uniform forever. We were all instantly entranced with her and her hair. Her perfect red auburn hair and red lips. And again that voice, warm and comforting and lovely. Our second mother, we were in love with her. She was our Ginger Rogers, our Margot Fontaine, our Karen Kane, our Veronica Tennant, our movie star teacher, guiding us through our very first pliés and port-de-bras. Mrs. Lund was everything graceful and gossamer and perfect. Then, on another day, a rush of chatter would fly through the dressing rooms of the dance studio between tap ballet and jazz classes we all inhabited for hours and days and years on end. Our second home. Mr. Lund is here. Mr. Lund is here. Into the studio we would go to wait, holding our breaths, giddy with excitement. And in he would rush, dashing and elegant, the oh so handsome Prince Charming counterpoint to Blanche's princess. And before long, off they would float together in a pas de deux, across the studio floor and back again, with Mrs. Brown, the ever-faithful piano player, trying to keep up with their dancing. Mr. Lund lifting his partner, his gorgeous wife, with such ease, the two of them together, oblivious to a room full of 5- and 6-year-olds, watching them completely spellbound. It was the most romantic thing I have ever witnessed to this day. Then Mr. Lund would choose one of us, his new muse, lifting us, teaching us, endowing us as his new dance partner. The most incredible time of my childhood, there's no question about it. These moments burned deep into me and spoiled me for doing anything less than that in my life. Alan and Blanche are the sole reason I went into show business. They plucked me away from the ballet bar and cast me in my very first part, the Wicked Witch of the West, then on to the Charlottetown Festival and into Les Feux Follets and years of Anne of Green Gables. They were my mentors, the people who believed in me and noticed me long before I ever even did. All the while, they both guided many young dancers, encouraging them to sing and act and dance and develop all their skills while they themselves created and performed and raised 4 beautiful boys. The Alan and Blanche Lund School of Dance in Willowdale at the Nortown Shopping Plaza was, for us, Hollywood and Disneyland and home all rolled into one. It's where Mr. and Mrs. Lund, our Fred and Ginger, flew past us in a cloud of dance and inspired us forever. It was the most creative and colorful playground I could ever imagine. Now today, the plaza's gone, their dance school long closed, but the memories of those years are in my mind forever. Alan and Blanche have resumes so long and varied, from performing around the world, dancing through the war in their Navy show, and on television in every variety show imaginable. They've won awards too numerous to mention. They've met the Queen more than once. They've reinvented themselves as the decades passed, creating new Canadian musicals that play Broadway and the West End in England. They could have relocated to the USA, but they didn't. They stayed. They stayed in Canada, and I thank my lucky stars they did. Alan and Blanche inspired so many hundreds of young artists, but for me, their legacy remains back in that Willowdale studio, watching them dance together and filling our heads with possibilities and dreams. I love you, Blanche.
I think that people are sometimes supposed to meet, and they're like two people, and when they join, they're like one. And I said, I always felt that was the case, Alan. Once we started dancing together, it just seemed that we were always supposed to be there together. I think it's very nice that they look back and to see if we have done anything that's worth being shown. You know? And that's what I look at when I look back at my life now, like the fact that I'm dizzy and unfortunately use a walker, it bugs me no end. But I say to myself, yes, but I did have the pleasure of doing all that. And I loved every step my husband and I did. Even now I often say, oh honey, if you could only come back and we could just do one step.